Welcome to the Crypto Mile, a square mile in the financial heart of the city. On this week's show, we will be exploring the topic of metaverses. However, rather than simply talking about these worlds, we will actually be taking you on a journey with us through different metaverses to meet some of the most influential individuals in this space. Welcome to the Crypto Mile. The metaverse is a term you likely hadn't heard of until recently. Now it's everywhere you look. Put simply, the metaverse is a collection of uniquely crafted virtual worlds created to provide highly immersive experiences where users can interact seamlessly with other users and assets. Each version provides different possibilities, interactions, and visual styles. Also, each world is powered by and utilizes their own unique native cryptocurrency. The term itself was first coined in Neil Stephenson's science fiction novel Snow Crash in 1992. Now, in 2022, we are asking ourselves how plausible that reality is. And could we build this virtual world much sooner? This excitement has triggered significant investment from industry giants. Meta has pledged to invest $10 billion this year alone in its Reality Labs operation. Microsoft is making a $70 billion bet on the metaverse with a planned acquisition of video game company Activision Blizzard. Market research and analysis predicts the global market cap of metaverses could reach up to $400 billion by 2025. Currently, there are two kinds of metaverse platforms: centralized ones controlled by a single entity, and decentralized ones that are built, established, and governed by decentralized autonomous organizations, or DAOs. The more decentralized the world, the more control users have over their personal data and the way it runs and is developed. In total, there are currently over 160 companies building their own unique worlds. One of these is our first stop today, the hugely popular Decentraland. I'll see you in there. Welcome to Decentraland. Created in February 2020, Decentraland is one of the world's most popular metaverses. Real estate in Decentraland is extremely valuable. Even the smallest plots sell for between $10,000 and $15,000. The most expensive section of land sold so far in Decentraland was an eye-watering $2.4 million. This has encouraged a wave of digital property speculators to purchase plots of virtual land in this metaverse. We're here today to meet with Brandon Johnson, Chief Entertainment Officer for TerraZero, which sold one of the world's first metaverse mortgages. Hi Brandon, great to meet you here inside Decentraland.
Pleasure to meet you all. Happy to be here in the metaverse.
So you're forming a bridge between the physical world and the metaverse.
We are very interested in how businesses can utilize land to create new business opportunities and profit opportunities across virtual worlds. We do own a lot of land, and we use that to create compelling experiences for the companies and artists that we work with.
So does TerraZero develop and sell its own property in the metaverse? And if it does, can you describe some of these properties?
So this was an experience that we did in collaboration with Look Mister or Jimmy John's in the metaverse. This is a complete experience that empowers users to come in and build their own sandwich, and users are going to be able to vote. And it's our understanding that there's going to be a meta sandwich available in the real world at participating Jimmy John locations, which is pretty cool.
Would you say the unique selling point of your business at the moment is offering metaverse mortgages?
I mean, that's something that we talked about for a long time before we actually went to take on the risk ourselves. We view this more like investing in a business or a business development loan, like what happens in everyday life in the real physical world.
How do you know that metaverses such as Decentraland will still be valuable in, say, 5 or even 10 years' time?
Like anything else in business and life, there's going to be risk. Nobody can say for sure that a metaverse world will be here 5 years from now. If you lease a space in a commercial building, there is nothing for certain saying that there couldn't be some interfering aspect that would preclude your ability to be operating in the same way 5 years down the road in the physical world either.
Thank you very much, Brandon, for showing us your locations in Decentraland.
Thank you very much for having me.
Okay, so now we've experienced what Decentraland has to offer, it's time for our next stop, Somnium Space. Let's hop into virtual reality to meet the world's founder, Artur Sychov. Welcome to Somnium Space. Somnium Space is an open source platform built on the Ethereum blockchain. This world's native cryptocurrency is called Cube. It allows users to purchase virtual assets, pay for goods and services, to rent land, or even to play games and go to events. Launched in 2017 by Artur Sychov, Somnium was later opened to the general public in September 2018. We are fortunate today to be joined by Artur himself in his iconic NFT avatar suit.
You know, I have been a dreamer and a player all my life. My first multiplayer online experience was Ultima Online, like 1999, 2000. I was able to enter that space where other people were reacting to what I did in real time. It was mind-blowing, and it's still mind-blowing. You know, ever since then, I was dreaming. I was absolutely dying to actually be inside those worlds, right? I wanted to be close to those people. I wanted to talk to them. You know, VR can be as real as reality and mean even more or the same to you as, you know, real experiences. Friendships we do in VR are the same or even stronger sometimes than we do in real life. What I hear a lot, you know, like skeptics, which is fine, but they say people will become asocial, they will never meet each other again. You know, that is not true, because actually VR makes people more social. Like I see Sophia's CEO, Melissa, is talking there, and they're building an education world in Somnium, and they're bringing lots of kids into VR.
My background's in education anyways, but we see the power, right? It's the holy grail of education. And it is because for them it feels like a game. They don't realize they're learning. Through an avatar, we've seen children who in the real world might be more reserved or quiet or scared to try something new because they're afraid of getting it wrong. That disappears in here.
That's amazing. So you're saying that the VR experience has a transformative effect on children?
I think because they feel there's a safety net. They've created an avatar that they feel they want to represent themselves in this world. And through that, they are able to engage in ways and try new things that doesn't feel scary for them, which happens a lot in the real world in classrooms all around the world.
Artur, I barely have much time left, and I just would love you just to describe the live forever mode. That would be so beautiful to hear that.
Yeah, I mean, live forever mode is something I truly believe could change the way how we think about our lives and what happens after that, because we want to be remembered. We want to be remembered by our relatives, by friends. We can take your movements, your voice, everything you do, and then we can apply AI to actually recreate you inside VR and make you a smart AI avatar, which will look like you and speak like you. Imagine your grandkids will come and say, hey, how are you? Who are you? And they would have the conversation with your voice, with you. Of course, it will not be exactly you, but AI is already very, very smart, and they will have a feeling that they have a conversation and connection to you. Because, you know, looking at pictures and, you know, listening to what your relatives will say about you is one thing, but actually experiencing you, it's a completely different story.
It's like an expansion of the shrine to the deceased.
It's not for everyone, but it's definitely something many people want to use, including myself.
This has been the most fascinating VR experience I have ever had. My first VR experience was in 1993, and it's taken a long time to get to this position.
I hope the wait was worth it.
Say, honestly, I appreciate you've been a really good host today. Thanks very much for everything.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
Well, what an incredible journey it's been spending a day inside these digital worlds. Now, let's head back to our studio and digest everything we've experienced today. A story that caught my eye recently was the revelation that we might soon be entering the realm of physical and romantic touch inside the metaverse. Researchers from Carnegie Mellon University in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, have developed a technology that will allow users in the metaverse to kiss with lifelike sensations. Through adapting an Oculus VR headset by adding tongue and mouth sensors, the headset allows us to experience a new level of digital intimacy. We can only imagine what an impact this might have on, for example, long-distance relationships as we move closer to a fully digital and interactive world. The metaverse has its many detractors, with Elon Musk saying you can put a TV on your nose, but I'm not sure that makes you in the metaverse. The current technology available is potentially still not able to offer that long-sought feeling of presence, of being fully immersed in a new world. Many users feel a sense of discomfort brought on by the mixed signals coming from the real environment around them and the visuals from, as Elon puts it, the TV strapped to their face. Because of this, the Metaverse VR experience is only tolerable for short periods of time, and this is a genuine obstacle to mass adoption. But what if the technology does improve and mass adoption explodes in the same way as it did for mobile phones? In the future, the most important events of a person's life could occur within this digital dimension, such as meeting your best friend or falling in love. But in a centrally controlled metaverse, who would own those treasured memories? You or the company that owns the digital world in which you experience them? Thanks for joining us this week on The Crypto Mile. We'll see you next week.